So today I'm going to be making another Sasquatch meal on my Sasquatch Cook Stove, my rocket stove. And I'm going to use some leftover pine cones that I had from Christmas. You know those scented ones that you get, cinnamon, and they've lost their scent. So I'm going to be putting them in there for fuel. I wanted to show you, I'm making some coffee, but I wanted to show you some of the wooden spoons that I've made. I hand carve everything. This one is, I'm trying to remember now what it, oh, this one is made from Russian white olive. And that comes from our cabin over in Eastern Oregon. We have some of those trees there. It's not very deep, the spoon isn't. So I'm gonna put in about 4 here. I like it strong. I'll do 4.5 scoops of coffee. We'll do a little pour over. I just bought this pour over pot. I was using, you know, a regular teapot, but the problem was it poured out way too fast. This one will pour slow. I'll let that drip a bit. This spoon here is from my kids' redwood tree. Also this one, they have a huge redwood tree. Isn't that pretty? Just the grains in them. I left the knot in right there. You can see the knot. Just kind of worked my way around it. This is the, Pa made this spoon, the tall one, and I use it for when I'm making my elderberry syrup. This one came from the Russian white olive. Totally different. Came from the limb. You can kind of see the design in it there. And I like to keep the natural shape. So I don't necessarily, you know, make a straight handle. I just like to go with the natural shape of the handle. This one came from our daughter's tree. It is black walnut. And the stain I put on them, I just use olive oil usually. This is, let's see, what was this one? Was fir. And I'm trying to remember what this one was. You know, after you start to make enough of them, and I've made more than this, you kind of forget what they are. This one was birch, and I made a scoop with that one. So they're just kind of fun to make. And I have one that I keep in one of our packs that's for coffee when we're out in the, you know, kind of out hiking or, oh man, that looks really good. I think this is gonna be nice and strong. Okay, so you can see I got the pine cone in there. I put the lint in underneath it. Get this going here. And then I've got some twigs in there. 1 piece of kindling. Let's see if it takes off. I can hear it. There we go. I see it there. Should burn really well. There's moss on the limbs there. Snap some more of these. Hopefully I have I'm just doing this on my phone. My GoPro's acting up on me. It doesn't want to stay on. So hopefully my phone will pick this up all right. You can see down in there. Oh, it smells good. It smells like campfire. So I will get the skillet on here and get the onion and burger going. Now the thing I did notice with the pine cones, you have to use the pine cones that are small enough to fit in there. Now I could take the little guard off down here and put the pine cones in first, but otherwise they're going to have to be fairly small because that's not a very big area, but it did catch fire really great, so it's great for using it to get your fire going. I think I'm going to put some taco seasoning in this and make it more like little taco pocket sandwiches. You can see that is sizzling really good. Put in some, this is actually some Taco Bell seasoning here. Did not take long at all to get that going. Smells great. I'm going to add some beans to this too, some refried beans. I'm going to put some refried beans in here. Just a can. Okay, so I got the meat done out there. It didn't take very long at all. I'm using just pop-open biscuits. Now, I let them get warm, so I'm going to have to roll them and use a little bit of flour. I shouldn't have let them get warm. I don't think I would have had to have done that, but I think I could have just formed them more with my hands. But anyway, if you want to do, you know, homemade biscuits, that's fine too. I'm just trying to keep this simple. So I'm going to put this down here. I've got my board floured a little bit. Put some cheese on there. I'm just going to roll these out. Oops. I was going to do one on the top, one on the bottom. I bought the wrong kind of biscuit. There's one you can buy that's pretty flaky, and one biscuit you can get a half out of. So I think I'll make these more like little calzones. Just fold them over. Roll them in here. Hopefully you can see that. I'm going to return these to the Sasquatch, to the pot. I washed my cast iron skillet, and I'll get some oil in there, some good oil. Probably use the avocado oil. Avocado oil retains the health benefit more when it heats, where olive oil, even though I love it, and I do cook with it, but you lose some of the nutrients when you heat your olive oil. So I'd rather cook with coconut oil or avocado. So I'm just doing that spoonful of meat. I'm putting some cheese in there. Fold it over and pinch it. And if you've watched my stuff before, I don't care if my food looks pretty. If it tastes good, that's what's important. Now, if I'm taking a dish to somebody or something like that, I'll put more effort into making it look nice. But if this is for the family to eat, I don't care. I don't think they care if their food's pretty or not, as long as it tastes good. And I'm a very simple cook. Okay, so I got the oil in there getting hot. I did put one of these in the air fryer because I had heard, I need to let that get a little hotter. I had heard that they're good in the air fryer, so I have one going in there now just to kind of experiment with it. See down there, it's going well. And it's getting hot enough there. But I don't want it to be too hot. I am going to put my cast iron lid on this also. So I flipped them over. You can see a couple of them got a little dark there, so I had to adjust the fire and just kind of pull some out a little bit there. But they look good. They're fluffing up nice. So when I do, I've got 3 more in here, and I'll be sure to keep the heat lower. It got hot really quick. There wasn't even that much wood in there. I did put 1 small cone in there though, and that's the get really hot. But I think these are going to taste good. The air fryer one is already done. It looks good too. I put it in the one in the air fryer for like 4 minutes at like a medium heat. Okay, I got those done. This was the first 4 and the last 3 that I did. Ooh, that pan is hot. And then this is the one that I did in the air fryer. I'm going to cut it open here. Oh, it looks good. The cheese looks ooey gooey. Okay. Then I'm going to cut open one of these. You know, it'd be good. You could do ham and cheese. You could do chicken. You could do fajita meat in here. Look at that. That really looks good. I'll give it a try here. Definitely cheesy. That's really good. I will make these again. That Sasquatch cooks so fast, you do want to make sure to watch for burning. Like I said, not as much wood, or pull it out if it looks like it's getting too done. But I didn't get anything any darker than that, which I kind of like mine that way. So, but anyway, I got like 2 of them were kind of like that. I'm going to try the air fryer one too and see if there's any difference in the taste. There isn't any difference in the taste at all. The air fryer, of course, would be more consistent the whole way around, you know, with the bread. But it's going to have, the one in the Sasquatch is going to have more oil in it, because this doesn't have any oil in the air fryer, of course. So if you're looking to cut fat or whatever, you could use the air fryer. But the Sasquatch works great. A video that I'm thinking about doing in the future would be canning on the Sasquatch, canning in your pressure canner. It is so hot and funnels through there. I don't see any problem at all at keeping 10 pounds of pressure if you're canning it, say 10 pounds. You just have to, of course, really be watching it and feeding it. You'd have to be there to feed it and make sure that you're not getting too high and that you're not dropping down too low. But I might do that in the future. You know, a situation where you lost your power for whatever the reason. Of course, you can do it on a campfire too with a grate and have it set up that way. But you have a freezer full of meat. You don't want to lose that meat. As long as you've got the jars and the lids and the cans, you could start canning that meat up. So anyway, I might do a video on that in the future, maybe when I'm kind of into canning season more. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Try the Sasquatch Cook Stove by Stove Tech. Give it a try. I think you'll like it. And until next time, we'll be keeping life simple.